Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm playing Lily Holstein Romanoff, the socialite.
Hi, I'm Gus. I'll be playing Morton Thorsby, the third servant.
Hi, I am Sarah, and I'm playing Elster Jensen, the forest ranger.
Well, we've got a lot of people saying muted.
Sorry, that was me.
That's
okay. Me. OBS decided to set my input to default without telling me, and obviously default means nothing. No sound at all. No sound
Great.
at all.
Excellent.
Welcome, everybody. You should all know the script by now. This is episode 3 of chapter 5. We have a number of people we would like to thank for all the resources and contributions they have provided to tonight's episode. The link should appear in the Twitch chat or in the details below if you're catching up on our YouTube. I'm going to set up some sort of, chat redeem, chat command, some sort of thing where we put OBS in, dice jail.
Love it.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Definitely. Our virtual tabletop tonight is the incredible Roll20, featuring their dynamic lighting feature, inbuilt character sheets, and virtual dice roller. Go check them out at roll20.net. In addition, our battle maps were created using Dungeon Fog and all the amazing assets there.
Our character art was created by the extremely talented Zhuzha, who you should go and check out on Instagram at Zhuzha UK. That's ZSUZSA UK. Our game tokens and dice roller tokens come from the Vaesen RPG rulebook by Free League and from the artist Johan Egerkrans.
The music and ambient sounds throughout the stream come from Tabletop Audio and Kevin McLeod at Income Tech, all provided by the Roll20 Jukebox. You can check both of these amazing artists out via their websites at tabletopaudio.com and incometech.com.
We did it! I say we did it. I mean, did we though? I mean, you guys were fabulous. I was a catastrophe because OBS is a traitor. Let's go to our intro video. And we are back from our intro video. Let's do a recap. So, last week, our brave souls managed to negotiate their way across the river that divides the city into the now 2 towns of Haparanda and Tornio, crossing from the United Kingdoms of Sweden and Norway into the autonomous Duchy of Suomi. They are on the hunt for this Order of the Rose and Cross, a mysterious organisation that has appeared both in the past and in the present and is seemingly an enemy of the society. Following the entries of a journal of a now forgotten society member, our intrepid adventurers enter into the Rosenburger mansion, determined to find some clues. Instead of clues, they find themselves trapped within an ominous maze, followed by an unnaturally large black cat. Seemingly having solved the maze and finding themselves at the doorstep of the manor, our society members stand face to face with this mysterious creature. Have I gone into the wrong thing? Hold fast.
I won't look. We can see completely into
Yeah,
the
we can
mansion.
see a lot.
It's lovely. Thank you very much. Can't see
Very
it.
pretty map. Very pretty map.
Just
Very pretty.
technical
Yeah,
issues all around.
Awesome. Mine was very high, so I saw some stuff. We'll
No, I
see.
don't. That's better.
Voila!
I think I just had a vision.
Ah, fair. That's a fair point. Oh, yeah,
our
like-
brave souls find themselves face to face with the terrifying creature.
Yeah, like the last thing I wrote in my notes is get a laser pointer.
I'd forgotten about the laser pointer.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's all going
good.
according to plan.
Fake until we make it.
Everything's going according to plan. Don't worry. Here we are. Right, we are. Here we are in this beautiful garden scene as we exit the maze into this garden with a pool over which dance some gentle fireflies, and you have this gigantic black cat. If I can. Yep. Et voila, this giant, quite unfriendly looking black cat, and it stares at you all from the edge of the pond. Gentle growls rumbling in its throat.
Do we get the sensation that this was the thing that was following us, or are there still that weird, eerie feeling of being watched?
Does it match the tracks?
Yes. So this creature would definitely sort of match the ominous tracks that you saw.
I want to take a step forward, and I want to see how the cat thing reacts.
It bristles menacingly, and starts to do that like arched back, like it stands up, arches its back.
Morton's because this is the thing that frightened Morton earlier. So Morton's going to step forward and put his hand on Lily's shoulder and say, "Just be careful. I think this could be quite dangerous." And he will then reach into his pocket and pull out the rose and crown symbol that he's got, and hold it to the cat, and then try and sidle around in front of and then to the left and side around that, but holding that to it as he goes. Not going to say anything. I'm just going to say to the group, just move carefully with me and see what happens.
Should we try to talk to it?
No.
Okay, so you're kind of brandishing this rose and cross symbol, yes?
Yes.
It almost immediately calms. It lowers itself a little bit lower onto the pond. Its fur flattens out, and it stops growling, but it stares at you menacingly with its great yellow eyes.
I'm not going to say anything. Just going to try and move past it to the left. I'm just going to move forward to here and just try and move past it very slowly as I go, and kind of beckon for the others to follow while I'm going. Keep an eye on it all the time.
Give me either an inspiration or a manipulation check, and you will be pleased to know that you have a help.
A help? Oh, thank you, chap. Well done.
Do I need to make a roll or anything?
No,
Yep.
because this is your group roll to see if Morton can convince this thing.
Manipulation or what did you say?
Inspiration.
Oh, well, that's going to be manipulation without having a doubt. And I get a +1. Crossed. Oh! Oh, that is nice. Oh.
Bodes well.
Brilliant.
No pride.
I
in just the
actually
digital-
don't know what to say. I'm dumbfounded.
What if I push the roll? Can I push the roll? And what happens when I push the roll?
You can push the roll, but you take a condition when you push a roll.
Is that that's another mental condition?
It will be, because this is a mental skill.
Already got one. No, I won't push it. I'll just accept it as it is.
Alright. Okie dokie.
Does it feel like the cat is still kind of following more Morton than the rest of us?
Oh, the cat is staring at all of you. Quite menacingly, in fact.
We've all still got I know I had a revolver out, and I'm pretty sure
I still got mine out.
We'd taken a gun out at some point or something.
Yeah, I have my rifle out, but I'm trying to learn from my past interaction with Vaesen, and so I don't think, Elsterid is not actively, using the rifle, pointing the rifle. I was like, I totally moved Scuddy on the other side from the cat, because I don't think they like each other. I mean, either we try to keep moving or we try to talk to the cat.
I think keep moving. I think Morton would probably start just talking And,
Yeah.
it's okay. We're here with the rose and crown, and just keep talking as he goes. And we're looking for. He might say, "I'm looking for your master."
What language are you speaking in?
I'd actually speak in Finnish, probably. And just keep moving past the pond.
Okay. As you finish speaking and you begin to move away from the cat, it hisses at all of you and leaps forwards, and we immediately go into initiative very early in the game.
Okay.
Bodes well.
There's an initiative button somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah, I think he needs to give us the card.
Hold fast.
Oh,
hold
yeah.
fast.
I was just thinking, how do we roll initiative? I can't remember how we do
Yeah.
it. Cards,
And
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, the lowest number is better. Oh, hello. I'm trying to understand if this technically counts as a 2 or is it a 1. Because it's 2 knots. GM, is there a 1?
I see 2 cats on the table.
It will be however many dots there are on it.
Because I have a thing and it's...
So yours is 1.
Okay, cool. Because it has 2 knots underneath it, so I'm like, is that a 2? I mean, there are 2 cats and no Elstrids, so in turn order right now.
Yeah.
Do I need to click? I thought I clicked it and it didn't go through. Okay, fair. I'm gonna try again.
Oh, there you are,
Scotty. Scotty, I didn't mean to roll a Scotty.
I mean, it's just chaos. It's chaos all round, right?
Yeah.
This is just
I
chaos.
clicked myself. I
We
didn't
have
click.
to remember from week to week what we actually
I've
have
sorted
to do.
you. I've sorted you out.
Thank you.
Honestly.
It's going great, chat.
You've
What are
given us
we- what are we
doors and
doing?
windows to deal with, and I mean, it's just too much power for us
Now
to deal
there's
with.
just too many things on the board. All right, here we go, and into combat. Elstrid, you go first.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You, as the huntress, you see this creature get ready to pounce, and you get to act first.
I'm gonna, I kind of want to step a bit closer to the rest of the group, but trying to put myself in between, and then I'm gonna look straight at the cat, and I'm like, please, we are just here to talk, and I'm just gonna, one hand kinda on the buckle of my rifle, but the other hand is up, trying to say we mean no harm.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, what can I mean, I kinda also want to... I mean, I talked a bit, but... I kinda want to survey the situation. Survey. I don't know the pronunciation of that word, but you get what I mean. To see if there's anything other than the cat around us. Do I need to roll anything in case there's anything I need to see, like a perception? No,
Sorry,
vigilance, I guess.
I did speak and then it was all muted, and I'm having a bit of a catastrophe today. Can you
Okay.
give me a vigilance check, please?
Okay.
Oh, and you have a hinder.
Chat, this is not how we start today. Ooh. Ooh. Holy.
Wow.
That's how to do it.
That is bonkers. That's how you do this thing.
Die.
Okay, it is just you. It's just the 3 plus Scardy and this terrifying cat.
Okay.
You have either got the maze to the south
Yep.
or the house to the north.
Does it? I mean, from what I can see here, does the house look? You know, like there's lights in there. It looks like lived in right now, from what I can see from here.
No, it looks a bit like the maze.
Okay. Abandoned and dried up. Sure.
Abandoned and dried up.
Okay.
Alright. So we move to the creature. It leaps forwards towards Morton, and as it leaps forward, you see that flash of claws come out of its paws as it lands towards Morton, and I am going to do my attack.
That was
Oh, let's see what happens. It should be. I know how many dice it should be. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that! The cat pounces right at you, and its claws shred straight through your shirt. It's going to do 2 points of damage, so that you take 2 conditions. They're of your choice.
2 conditions.
Yeah, so that's how you do damage in Vaesen.
Ah, okay. Physical condition. Okay. I'm going to go wounded and battered.
Okay.
Since it moved behind next to me, does it technically warrant an opportunity attack from me?
That's D&D.
I know.
Good try, though. Good try.
I think it's a good question.
Morton, it's your turn.
Do we get any? So I'll have a revolver and it was out. Do I get like a penalty for being close? For using it?
Ooh, that depends on what the weapon's range is.
Okay, so it's a range of 2, it says.
Then, yes, you do indeed get a penalty.
Right, so if I dropped, I just need to work out the order of the things that happen. If I dropped the revolver and drew a knife, drawing a weapon is a fast action. So
Yeah.
what would be dropping the revolver?
I wouldn't class the dropping as an action because it's just
So they
opening
could
your
drop that as
hand.
free, so I could draw the knife and then make an attack.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'm not going to do. I'm not actually just changing my mind. I'm not going to do that. I'll drop the knife, but I'm going to attempt to grapple the creature.
Ooh, okay. That is a close combat roll.
Okay.
Welcome to me knowing exactly what I am doing. It's a force roll. Ignore me, it's a force roll.
Okay. I have one other question, as this might change my idea. So my talent is tough as nails, and I get +2 force unarmed. Is that an unarmed attack, do you think, or would that
It would
still
count for this as well.
for this as well? Okay, that's perfect, because that's what I was hoping. So that is what I shall do, and I shall attempt as a force. And I get a +2 on that, which won't matter. Is there any hinders or helps? No.
No.
Good. Get in there quick before someone decides to hinder me. These roll. Oh my lord.
You
gonna be one of
try
them.
to grab for this cat, and it is like it's savaging you. It's like when you've picked up a cat and it decides it no longer wants to be picked up, and it does that like wiggly claws. And it just turns into just this fluff and claws, and you can't get hold of it.
Okay.
Alright. Lily.
Seeing this cat attack Morton and having my revolver already out, I'm going to turn it round the pistol, and I'm going to hit the cat with the
You're
butt
going to
of my
pistol
revolver.
whip the cat!
Absolutely.
Go, Lily. Go,
Do
Lily.
it.
You know, gonna throw it up in the air, catch it so I've got the barrel of the gun, and I'm just going to try and batter it. What?
It is
Close
a close
combat?
combat roll, yes.
It helps hinders. I hope there's nothing. I've checked. Nothing on the screen on your counter.
You've had a help
so-
and a hinder. The
So
help
back down to
was
0.
First. The help was first.
Okay. I'll go with the help first then. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. We're gonna be fine.
Somebody wash the digital dice, please.
You flick this pistol over, and you go in to like smash this cat with the like pistol with this cat. But as you go to do that, Morton decides that Morton is going to try and wrestle the cat off of himself, and it turns into a flail of limbs and cat, and you're just not. You just kind of stand there ready to pistol whip, but you just don't you stop yourself just as this all just turns into chaos, so you don't end up pistol whipping Morton. The cat presses the attack because this Vaesen gets 2 initiatives. Ooh.
Boo.
I know, right?
Miss.
When do we
Hey,
get to?
do you get the hinder though?
No,
Yeah.
No, I don't. I am, as the GM, immune to.
Ja, we need to add hinders to the GM.
GM hinder. You could have a whole new thing.
Exactly.
GM hinder, GM help.
Ginger. That's the ginger.
All right, here we go. So the cat, seeing all of you,
Yep.
kind of getting all involved in all of this shenanigans. The cat, the eyes of the cat become luminous pools of malevolence as yellow light spills out from them, lighting up the garden where you are all gathered. I am going to need a... I am going to need... Blah, blah, da, 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 da. It is going to be a vigilance roll from all three of you.
Let me check something. See,
Do we all
since
have
I
a
have,
hinder?
I'll take the hinder because with Skadi I have a +3 to vigilance.
Okay.
So there's a hinder, but there is also a help.
One of you can take the help.
I'm only going to roll a 4.
Shit.
Okay, Elstrid rolls 0.
Yeah.
Who took the hinder?
I took the hinder
Okay.
because I had a +3 with
got the
Skadi's.
Lovely.
You can have the help if you want. You're
Alright.
more battered at the moment in more ways than one.
I am more than
So-
more way than one.
So
person.
you take the plus.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh!
it.
Okie dokie, and those are being rolled against the magic of this creature. I get 2 successes.
Oh, no.
Guess who's taking it?
All 3 of you are
Oh.
going to take a mental condition as you all burst into flames.
What?
And the cat hops off and sits by the pool, the flickering firelight twisting its shadow across the rippling water. The whole garden is filled with the sounds of screaming voices and the flickering light of fire.
So I was going to take frighten at the beginning, then you told me that you set me on fire, so it's gonna be angry. It's gonna be angry.
Morton's also going to take the mental one of angry.
Elstrid, it is your turn.
I mean, the cat is still.
I feel sorry for Morton as he succeeded in that.
I know, but I got 2.
You need
So I'm like, that's so mean.
Mm-mm. Well, I'm assuming I need to use an action to. What's the word? Like to set
Put yourself out.
Yeah, put myself out.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me another vigilance check.
You kidding? I think I can see that I'm on fire. I'm assuming. Can I still use Skadi, or this is more just me?
You can use Skadi.
Okay, so
All right, Elstrid, you realizing that you are on fire, you look down at yourself to try and put yourself out, ready to stop, drop, and roll.
yeah.
And as you look down at Skadi, who is just looking at you, there's like a little moment of clarity, and you realize you're not on fire at all, and neither is Morton or Lily, even though Lily and Morton are both like shrieking and trying to put themselves out. You realize you're not on fire at all.
Yeah.
It is an illusion.
Okay.
You have a fast action left.
Fast action. I was going to do something, but it's only a fast action, so I cannot do it. Dodge, break, hold. Okay. I mean, there's not much I can do with a fast action because I cannot attack
Nope.
with it.
You can save your fast action so that you can parry.
That's fair.
No pressure or anything.
No pressure. I am gonna move. There is no zones set up right now.
Oh, 1 second, please. Oh.
I don't know why a song started in my head. I want to break free.
There you go.
Okay, so those are the next zones, right? Okay.
Yep.
I can move within the zone with a fast action.
Mm-hmm.
So I am gonna run this other way.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if he follows.
It
I mean,
is
I can...
the wicked creature's turn. Seeing you realize that you are not on fire, the creature growls loudly, the sound rolling out of it as if it were a cat. But then seemingly the sound transforms into the rumble of thunder overhead. It leaps an unnatural distance across the pond, landing right next to you, as it pounces at you.
Yep.
So I'm going to use my attack.
Yep.
And I get a success. That is going to be 2 points of damage. That's 2 conditions of your choice. Morton, you are on fire. Completely engulfed in flames.
So Morton's first action. So I can do is it a fast action to move?
Yep, fast action to move.
He's just going to move straight into the pool and roll in the water to try and put himself out.
Ooh.
Splash into the water, whatever. So just get into the water.
Yeah, so absolutely. That's going to be your fast and slow action to move into the pool and then try and put yourself out. And it does work. When you come out of the water, you are no longer on fire. And you also notice nothing on you is burnt.
Okay.
Elstrid is no longer on fire, but Lily is. Lily, you're up. It's your turn.
Still trying to work out exactly what I'm going to do. It's all good fun. I like it. The cat is now engaged with Estrid. Is it looking at me? Because obviously it's jumped.
No, it's not.
over
It's
the way,
like
so it's
pounced onto Elstrid.
I took the mental condition as frightened, so she's going to act a little irrationally, being that she's on fire. And I want to run, and I want to try and grab the cat. So I want to sort of... where's me? How do I draw? There it is. Sort of make this sort of run.
Uh-huh.
And try and grab the cat and sort of try and roll us both into the water.
Ooh, okay, yes. Give me a force check to see if you can wrestle the cat off of Elstrid. Ooh, nice, yes! You dash forward, grab hold of the cat, throw both of you into the pond with a great splash. That will be your fast action to move and your slow action to wrestle.
Yep.
You and the cat are now in the water. You are no longer on fire. Or at least...
No.
Well, you weren't on fire to begin with.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Okay.
very wet. And a bit
It is the
slimy.
cat's
Not happy.
turn. You drag the cat into the water, and it absolutely howls the most unnatural of sounds. It is going to try and wrestle fight its way out of your grip. Which is... One moment, please, while I just quickly flick 2 pages backwards.
I suspect that Lily's not going to hold on to this cat. You know, like as you say, those cats trying to escape when you put in a bath. The last thing I want to do is actually continue holding it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is going to try. It's going to use its might to fight its way out of your grip, and I get a success. You used both of your actions, so it just you're allowed now. You take a mouthful of pond water. Oh, the indignity of it all!
I'm covered in it now as well.
And you're covered. The cat leaps out of the pond. Scrabbles over the side of the pond and onto the floor, and it is going to use its second fast action to move into the next zone as this bedraggled looking creature thing pow-mows its way across the patio, yowling, spraying water, and leaving a trail of destruction as it goes. Elstrid, it's your turn. You just see this great big soggy mass leap out of the pool and start running towards the stairs.
Yep. But don't get me wrong, he moved into a different zone, so it's rifle time. Yeah, let's go.
Oh!
Ouch.
All right.
Moving into a different zone.
So, it does 2 damage for the first one. Do you want to use your other 2 successes to deal additional damage?
Of course.
Okay, so it's 4 damage in total. All right. You fire your rifle at it, and the rifle makes that very satisfying thud sound that you get as a hunter, and you know that you have hit your mark solidly.
Yeah.
However,
this
is your confirmation that this creature is not of this world.
I mean,
because a shot that should have killed it outright has not, and the creature lives on. Anything else, Elstrid?
I mean,
That's
I
your
technically
fast and slow action, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, because I had to actually set up the rifle and then shoot, so I cannot do anything else.
All right, it is this terrible cat creature's turn. It is going to. It runs halfway up the stairs and then leaps the rest of the distance and clambers up onto the banister, where it then turns and looks at all of you. The malevolence in its eyes is now a burning hatred. It opens its mouth and a screeching, meowling shriek echoes out into the maze and the garden, echoing on what seems a much greater distance than the sound should carry. And then it stares at all of you, that hatred burning away. As soon as the sound abates, the plants around the garden seem to gather a life of their own. The pond weed lashes out to the two of you in the pond, wrapping itself around you, trying to drag you beneath the water and drown you. Elstrid, the rose bushes next to you lash out with thorny branches, trying to ensnare you in their tendrils and rake their thorns across you like razor wire.
That's great.
On each of your turns, you are going to need to do force checks to free yourself from the garden, which now attacks you. And so, Morton, you need to do a force check to try and break yourself free of the pondweed that is now trying to ensnare and drown you.
Okay. Brilliant. Let's go.
You are pulled beneath the water and begin to drown. Let me see. I've never drowned anyone in Vaesen. I'm just going to see if there are drowning rules.
Not true.
Have I not? Have I tried to drown someone in Vaesen already?
Isn't that in our first chapter?
Oh my god.
With, the lovely gator?
Oh my god, I'm horrific. I'm quite proud of myself for already trying to drown someone.
I'm trying to think, maybe I'm misremembering, but...
Well, there you go. I'm very proud of myself. Okay, Lily, force check from you to try and break yourself free of the pond weed.
Again, a sentence I bet you never thought you'd have to say.
Who knew?
Oh, God.
Ah,
You're going to drown me as
you
well.
are also
Great.
pulled beneath the surface and begin to drown.
Drowned by pondweed.
It is the cat's turn. Seeing you all being ensnared by the garden and it's still dripping wet, it is going to leap down from the banister and in a very strange and somewhat unnerving way, it will get up on its hind feet, open the door to the manor house and let itself in, the door closing behind it.
I haven't seen that. I'm drowning.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I guess I'm the only one who's seen that.
Elstrid, it is your turn. I need you to do a force check to try and fight off the roses.
Is that enough?
Yes!
Okay.
With your hunting clothes that you always wear, you're wearing almost like a leather jerkin and like your jacket is very thick to keep you warm. The thorns scrape across your clothing but don't manage to get through to your skin, and you just rip yourself free of them, like you have many times before where you've got caught in a briar or a bramble in the forest.
Yeah.
You do, however, see both Morton and Lily are under the surface of the pond, basically thrashing around with the vines all wrapped around them.
Yeah.
You have your fast action. You have a slow action, that you can now take, because it was a fast action to rip yourself free of the.
Okay.
So you can take either a fast or a slow action.
Okay. Question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know the physics of it technically doesn't really work this way, but mostly, if I try to shoot the weed that is holding one of my companion down,
I mean,
am I
you can.
risking? I
But
can,
you are
but
risking shooting them, of course.
yeah, that was going to be the question. Okay. So can I actually instead try, since like for example, like Lily's very close to me, I guess. Can I try to, grab her from the inside the pond and try
absolutely.
to
You
pull her?
can move over and try and help pull Lily
Yeah.
out of the pond. Okay, great. That will give Lily a bonus when Lily does a force roll on her next turn. Morton, I need a force roll from you.
Okay. I am obviously going to do the force roll, but I'm going to use my ability or my talent that I've got when I leveled up called Robust, which means I can ignore physical conditions for one roll in the game.
Ooh, okay, so
Nice.
what you need to do is work out how many physical conditions you have and add them into your roll as a bonus.
Bonus. Okay, so I have 2 physical conditions.
Yeah, so you'll get a +2 to your force roll.
Okay.
Hello, Morton.
Fingers crossed. Oh.
You get your feet underneath you in the pond and ready to basically just press your way out, ripping off the vines. And as soon as you put that force into your feet, they slide on the slimy bottom of this pond, and you just stay in the water. You are going to take a condition. You're going to take a point of damage because you are now drowning.
Okay, I shall take broken.
Oh, I need you to roll me a D66 then as you hit broken.
Oh, so do I fill the other 3 first?
Yes,
Okay.
you
Okay.
don't want to take broken unless they're already full.
I'll take exhausted then in that case.
Okay,
Alright.
cool. Alright.
Nearly there. We'll do that next time.
Lily, it is your turn. You get a +2 to your force roll. 1 because of a help from chat and 1 from Elstrid.
Come on, +2.
Yes! Both you and Elstrid spill out onto the patio. Pond water, pond weed, pond scum, and everything comes spilling out. Onto the. Comes spilling out onto the.
Paving slabs?
Paving slabs, yes. Thank gosh someone knows the words that I'm looking for. Because I certainly seemingly haven't got a clue what I'm talking about.
Solid ground.
Alright. Elstrid, it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna run around the pond because I don't know if the weed will keep trying to lure me as well in. So to try to get to the other side where Morton is and trying to help him from this side.
Okay, perfect. Morton, it is your turn. You have a force roll with a +1.
Don't think it's going to make a lot of difference with all of my physical conditions that I can't get rid of now. But let's see.
Yeah!
Thank you, Elstrid.
I feel not to go biblical, but I'm the fisherman.
You also spill out of the pool, coughing and spluttering as you do so. And with that, we come out of initiative.
Okay. Since
I never liked cats very much.
I have a dog for a reason.
I sit up and go, look at my dress.
Is everybody alright?
No, not really.
Since I'm a herbalist, I will try to scan whatever I brought with me of like healing herbs and trying to, help with the wounds that clothes and pond-like stuff dealt with. I don't know how much I can do, but I can do so.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a medicine check. I don't know if you get a +1 for herbalist.
I don't know.
Yes.
Not...
Let's go with yes. Why not? You have a +1 to your medicine check.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Does that mean that I can help anybody with one of their conditions?
It means that you can heal 3 conditions in total from anyone in any order.
Okay.
I've only got a mental of frightened, so...
I have 2 mental and 3 physical.
So, and I have 1 mental and 2 physical. So I am gonna heal.
You two.
Yeah, I am gonna heal 1 physical for me and 2 physical for Morten.
Thank you.
Welcome. I never remember that I have a herbalist, so you know how many times I could have used it in previous chapters. So chat, from now on, you're my reminder.
And that Luke gives you a +1 for the privilege of it as well.
Apparently I do. I never knew you were so generous.
I know.
Can anyone use medicine then?
Yes. Technically, everybody can. So everyone has access to treat critical injury. So when someone is broken and they take a critical injury, you can use either medicine or inspiration to take them out of the critical and into broken. You then get something called heal physical or mental conditions, and that takes a whole day to do so. So you have to be in a safe place, and it takes a day.
Right.
Because Elstrid has herbalist, it allows her access to medical herbs, so she can use the heal physical conditions. So she's she's got like a first aid kit is basically how it works.
I mean, as a huntress on my own, scrapes, bruises, it's a daily thing. Okay. While I'm patching up Morten, I'm gonna say that cat went into the house.
Yes, well, I thought it might.
I
Didn't
don't know.
water very much, though, did it? Lily? You did a very good job there of dragging it underwater.
That was a very good.
I did not enjoy the water either.
Well, thank you.
Standing up, absolutely dripping wet,
So
covered in pond slime.
I mean, as I am the only dry one of us, I'm gonna offer my handkerchief.
Thank you. As I dry myself while pulling clumps of pond.
There is 100% a moment where Lily looks at your handkerchief and considers which is worse, the water or the hanky.
Yeah.
It may not be silk, but it's,
Certainly not embroidered either.
Hasn't got a frilly edge to it.
No, there's no lace on this hanky.
No.
There
I
is
do
no
expect-
monograms, I'm sorry.
Do inspect it to make sure it's clean before I do use it. And then I will hand it back covered in green slime.
Fair.
I don't want it anymore. And I'm going to walk with that lovely squelchy sound that I possess in my most elegant way and ignoring the squelchy sound that my shoes are making. For they are full of pond water. But I don't want to know. They're ruined. My silk shoes are ruined. And I am going to come to sit on the step and take my shoes off to see if I can wring some of the water out of them.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a fair amount of water. Your socks will never recover.
While Lily is doing this, Lawton is going to go back to where he dropped his revolver on the ground, scoop it back up again, and then also go and sit on the step so we can discuss what we're going to do.
These steps rise upward and then curve to the left and right around a large statue of an angel. It is an angelic figure. It is completely androgynous in a long flowing robe with large wings, and it is a water feature. The angel is crying into its hands. So there is water pouring out of the angel's eyes into its hands. And then the water spills out of its hands into the pool at the feet of the angel. And this elegant, extremely elegant staircase rises up to an elevated patio area where there are benches and potted plants that have long been untended. There are two large double doors into the mansion, one on either side where the stairs end, and all the windows of this mansion are stained glass.
Are there any inscriptions on the fountain?
Ooh, yes.
That's exactly what I was going to be looking at. I also want to, not only just the inscriptions, is there any form of like graffiti or the Rosenburger cross and stuff scribbled somewhere?
I was thinking, this is the garden with a few roses. An angel can be a biblical figure, so cross. Maybe. Don't know. So.
There are two words carved into there's two words carved into the statue. They are not on the plinth, they're not underneath or anything like that. These words are carved into the backs of the angel's hands.
Oh.
One of them says Virtus. And the
Virtus.
other, yeah. And the other says V.
Strength and virtue?
Yep.
Latin classes.
I know, right?
And I think it makes sense also that Elstrid knows, because she's technically coming from, having
yes,
a tutor.
absolutely. All of you probably would have elementary use of Latin, because you're actually all very well off. Well, Morton's very used to being surrounded by the very well off. The other thing that you would notice as well as you investigate this angel statue is that the eye sockets of the angel are actually empty. And you're not sure whether that's to allow the water to spill out of its eyes or whether it's some sort of... whether it has another meaning to it. But regardless, it's super creepy.
I mean, is it intent, as in it was built that way?
Yes.
Okay.
Does this figurine of the angel, is it memorable to any of us? Is it something we can relate to anything in history that we may have learned about, or...
Ooh, give me a learning check. And I will let you, do a learning check. You have a help.
Thank you, Matty.
I think this is even the previous one.
Well, I've saved all of my successes for one.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
God! Do make sure that you have a look at the skills handout to see what your extra successes give you. I'm having a look as well.
By rolling more successes, you can sometimes gain access to more information. Is what it
Yes. Okay.
says. Workings of a magical device or occult ritual or magical item.
So, you know everything about this type of stuff.
I recognise this straight away and know exactly what it is. It's a statue.
It is a statue of Cassiel. Cassiel is the angel of tears, but also the angel of temperance. And it's really obvious here, like, looking at the statue, that that's who this statue is, because of power and virtue and then the tears. Like, the hands are balanced, the tears. It's very clear that this is a statue of the angel Cassiel.
Can you spell that, please?
Cassiel.
Okay.
And yeah, I shall just sort of start spouting this as I walk around it. The information of Cassiel coming out.
Any supernatural fan in the audience?
No, it's not quite the same. Not quite the same. That's Castiel. This is Castiel.
Oh yeah, I see in chat they also mentioned another type of statues of angels of a different fandom.
That's what it reminds me of.
I mean, I was thinking about that, and then obviously Cassiel. I'm like, we're just missing. I guess Sherlock, and we go with the Tumblr trifecta of Super Hulock.
Oh dear.
I guess we need to move forward into the mansion.
Yeah.
Which way did the cat go?
This door, I think.
I'm going
Are
to
we
peer
going-
in through the window. I'm assuming there's a windows.
Do
Yes,
we follow
they
directly or
are.
do we go the other way?
It looks like it's one large room.
Is this the statue? This that we can see from the window.
It is a giant statue, you are right.
And what's the statue holding in its...
Rose and
It's-
cross.
Is that a rose and cross?
Yeah. It looks like also it has.
So there is a giant statue in here. It is a giant statue of... Oh, I'm very... Oh.
Everything okay?
Yes. It is a giant statue. So there's like an entrance hallway in which there is a gigantic statue. It is a statue of a woman, and she is crushed under the weight of a giant cross upon which sits a rose. So she's like on one knee, like desperately holding onto this great weight that seems to be like pulling her down. And there is obviously a window somewhere, because there is a certain amount of light that seems to sort of spill onto her. Oh, but it is a little darker inside the house. I should preface that it is a little darker in the house than outside.
So, GM, can you confirm that I saw the cat going in this door?
Yes, definitely through that door.
There's this door.
Yeah.
And do we feel it's safe
I cannot see it.
to follow directly? I looking through the window, I cannot see the cat.
So, do you want me to go first, rifle in hand, so in case I see it move, I can shoot?
Which way do the doors open? Anyone remember which way it looked like the door opened when he went inwards?
I mean, can we see the hinges?
The doors open into the building.
Or maybe we will be safe. One of us open the door. Elstridge, you stand this side with your rifle ready, and if there's anything there, you can shoot. And then we'll approach carefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like right here to the maximum area of damage.
And Morton will be more than happy to stand in front of the door and make sure Lily is not in harm's way.
I stand back.
Okay.
And I will swing the door inwards and stand back as best I can, so it gives Elstrid a clear shot if there's anything either the other side or is easily see visibly.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I can click on that, can't I?
You can.
I can open a door. How exciting!
There is nothing beyond but a very dimly lit hallway.
Okay.
But it is lit.
No. It's literally only by the light that spills in through the windows, which isn't very much.
Okay. I am gonna slowly.
Don't contrast it. Are they big windows or are they small windows?
They are big, but they're stained glass.
Sorry, you did
it's
say.
the light
Yeah.
does. You were able to see through because there are certain parts of this stained glass that are clear.
Clear.
But yeah, it's it is lit beyond, but it's dim. It's dim on the inside.
Yeah.
I am gonna slowly make my way through.
I will say hold, and I will
Sure.
light my hurricane lamp and hold it up, ready to go inside. Revolver in one hand and lamp in the other.
Hold fast. I was very much hoping that you would say that you had your lamp, because I will adjust the illumination appropriately. 1 moment, please. This is sort of experimentation.
I'm going to have to ask because I can't decide. The light above the statue, have you actually got that so it's twinkling and moving?
It is twinkling
Amazing.
and moving.
That's fine. I couldn't decide whether it was or whether it was just my eyes making that effect. So, yeah, incredible. Love it.
And there is your lantern.
Do I move that as I go? Yeah.
Yep.
Moving on its own. Yeah.
Mage hand, different game.
I don't know why, like, I'm having all the trouble with this light thing that I don't see the actual light. I see blobs of color if it's not uploading right or something. I don't know if it's the network speed.
We don't mind what you can see, Elstrid. We in chat and on stream can see the lantern flickering.
No, you have to understand, I don't see Morton anymore because he's under the blob. Okay, I am gonna follow him indoors. Still rifle at the ready.
As the last of you step into the house, the door slams shut behind you.
Oh. These doors like shutting behind us, don't they?
Yeah.
Nearly allowed me to get through the door.
Are there any like lamp sconces or lights in this room that we might be able to turn on in any way, rather than me just carrying a lantern around?
No, there aren't.
I'm assuming this is a painting.
Yes, there is a painting on the wall.
What's the painting of?
Anything of
Nah.
interest?
Yes. It's an old oil painting. And it is a painting that depicts in the very center there is a pyre tied to which is a woman. She has bright red hair, and that hair is all painted upwards as if there was a great wind that was sort of blowing upwards from her feet. But you realise that it's got nothing to do with wind at all. It is artistic licensure, for she is being burned alive at this stake upon this pyre. And gathered all around her are weeping mortals and a ring of angels who also are crying. And all together, you see that their tears, so the tears of the mortals and the tears of the angels, are seemingly extinguishing the flames.
Is the woman burnt on the pyre and the woman of the statue look alike? As in the same subject?
There is a distinct familiarity between them, but they are not the same.
Is there... Oh, I've moved the lantern, sorry. I'll stop moving the lantern. Give me my character. I can't do it now. I'm going to stay there. Has the portrait got a signature of the artist?
No, it doesn't. It has a cross, in the centre of which is a rose.
Somebody really likes their branding.
On the subject, I keep talking about this cross and rose. I keep being like, cross and rose, cross and rose, cross and rose.
Do you have a picture for us?
Hold on, everybody.
Hold on to your butts.
I mean, this would be... Hold, please. Carry on role-playing.
Morton is going to speak and say, when we were back at the mansion, we were researching about Rodenburger, she came to investigate a burning down of a farmstead.
Was it?
A Thursday's child was at the farm and tried to hamper investigation. I don't have much more information on my notes. I'm afraid I've struggled. But I wrote down that she wrote an account of a case of the burning down of a farmstead by an angry Nissa. Thursday's child was at the farm and they tried to hamper the investigation and it ended in a brawl. They wore symbols of the rose and the cross.
Yep.
The symbol of the rose and cross.
Hello.
Wow.
Very ornate.
Also, it's very... The side of the cross are lilies. Technically. Because that's the flower of Florence. That's the shape of the lily of Florence. So, yes! Those are lilies!
I always thought they were called filigrees, but I could be wrong.
Hey, the French symbol for the same thing as the Italian symbol, the Medici's, it's a long story and I'm not good at history or history hard. So,
I've learned something. Most definitely.
But yes, that is the symbol that is painted in the corner of the painting.
And that's what the badges and everything that we've seen all look like as well.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I just wanted to make sure they weren't different.
There are some variations, but they're all the same. So you've all all the ones that you've seen have been the same. It's just, if it's painted, it's in like a white circle. If it's a piece of jewellery, it tends to just be the cross with the rose.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna... What?
The cat, when I showed it the cross, am I right? Did it calm briefly?
Yes, it did seem to.
Yeah.
And then it...
I think we didn't do, I don't know, the passcode or like the sentence, sort of we didn't...
Just be sure that it had calmed, and I wasn't just taking the fact that it calmed. And reacted to the cross. It's clearly related.
Yep.
But no one seems to be. This place seems abandoned. Am I right?
We know from your friend that this place had been abandoned for quite some time.
Yes. And this creature seems to still be protecting it.
Does it seem dusty and stuff in here, or like it's been abandoned, or does it look cleanish?
It looks like nobody comes here anymore. But it is strangely clean.
The thing is, we've seen and interacted with people of this group recently. So either they don't use this anymore, or they don't use it, or they're completely unaware of its existence right now.
It feels like sort of their own version of the hole under the mountain.
Exactly.
Right now.
But the group, the ones that we have seen, may not be aware of this place's existence yet.
Or they may have abandoned it for reasons. Because, for example, Andreen came here. So it's known. And it's not safe for them anymore.
Yes.
I mean, I that's what I thought. Like, it feels like, a safe house that is not a safe house anymore.
Not safe anymore, yes.
Not safe anymore.
Corrupt.
And with that thought of it being a safe house that's no longer a safe house, I want to have a look on the rug on the floor around the statue. Is there a particular wear mark in it for certain traffic that goes up to the statue, or if the statue sort of almost like a secret door or something like that opens up and has
or like a kneeling step.
Yeah, just something slightly different that wouldn't indicate or would indicate something, if you see what I mean.
Give me an investigation check.
I would also tell Skadi to search. So if you want and the GM agrees, you can use bonus.
Yeah, absolutely.
What bonus?
I mean, Skadi usually is for investigation and vigilance, so whatever.
Is it a +1?
It's a +3 technically for me. I don't know if she can give you +3.
Yeah, for sure.
Go for it.
Oh, but hang on, wait 1 second before you go. We have a hinder, so there is a -1.
So +2. Alright. Come on! Yeah!
Alright, nice. There aren't any wear markings on the carpet that would suggest a pattern of traffic. And the statue is certainly not a secret entrance. It is solid, and there aren't any like telltale signs of like part of the statue that's got that kind of smooth glossiness of being repeatedly touched.
Yep.
However, the 3 suits of armor that stand in this room don't match. And that does stick out to you a little bit, Lily, because why on earth would you have mismatching?
Are they all different, or 2 the same and 1 different?
It's not so much that they are distinctly different suits of armor. They're just not quite arranged the same.
They're
I'm
very
assuming Lily points this out.
Yeah.
Does it look like the pieces of the armor are mixed up?
No, it doesn't. It looks a little bit like someone put the 3... It's almost like 3 separate people put one suit of armor together without instructions in 3 different rooms trying to do the same thing. So they're just not quite the same. They're not in the same position. The swords aren't in the same place. Not all.
It's
of
like
the
one is
armor.
like this, one is on the side, stuff like that.
Some have got their hands turned round. Like
I
they
have
just don't match.
I have a question, and that's possibly because I've seen too many horror movies. Do they look like they can move?
Come to life.
They certainly could move. This is real suit of armor, and it is well kept. So they would certainly they'd move, for sure.
I really wish I didn't ask the question, because now...
Now the realization
I feel the need of tying like a rope around their ankles or something. When I say to Skadi to search, I also use like the usual hand gesture that I taught her to also trying to find what's the word? The scent of the cat, to see if we can find where it went.
As you think about trying to find where the cat went, it's completely dry in here. Apart from where Lily and Morton have been.
It's not very dry.
I mean,
I had a good wander.
Don't get me wrong, like we know Vaesen that can sort of like move between spaces if they're like it's their kingdom or their reign, so turf, that's the word I was looking for. So okay, everything is dry, so wet cat.
I wonder with the statue, with the pieces of armor, Water's going to look at them, and then we think they can move. Do we think we could move them into the same positions?
Yeah, for sure.
I would like to try and rearrange them to all match the middle one.
Okay, well, if you say these aloud, I will help you and move to the furthest one and try to do that.
I'm gonna direct. No, not there. Left, little bit.
Slightly to the right.
A little bit more. No, not that way.
The other right.
You get the other right.
The other.
This one.
Nearly there, yes. Smidgen more, yeah, that sort of thing, yeah.
You
The will-
rearrange the 3 suits of armor so that they all match the central suit. And there is an audible clank that echoes through the room.
Where's
Is there any direction to that noise?
Yeah.
Just echoes very loudly in the room.
I will then turn round and see if I can notice anything different in the room.
Nothing has changed.
Did it sound like wood on wood? Does it sound like metallic?
It sounded mechanical.
Can I approach the statue? And I'm going to try and push it from either direction.
As
Well,
soon as you touch the statue, all 3 of you need to make me a fear check. As you hear... Oh, and you've had a hinder, so someone's got a hinder knocking around.
Morton will take the hinder because he was the one that touched the statue. So
Okay.
It needs to be
It is
logic.
either logic or empathy. There's a help.
You can take the help, Lil.
My empathy is really high, so
I have 4.
I have 5.
Oh,
I got 4 in my both. I got 4 in both empathy and logic. So it's
Roll away.
I just literally click on empathy, yeah, Luke?
Yes, just empathy.
Yeah.
so I'll get to take the help.
I
then.
just take a -1.
Yeah, and you'll get the help, Elstrid.
Okay. Shit!
Okay.
Wait a second. It didn't roll the plus. Oh yeah, wait. I have the mental condition.
Morton and Elstrid, both of you are going to take a mental condition.
Keep me.
Lily, you're not. You don't. You succeeded on your fear check. As you hear, whispered into your ear, as if someone had silently crept up behind you, leant close enough to you that you would feel their whispered air on the side of your face, and they whisper into your ear, "Who disturbs me?"
And we all hear that.
Yep, whispered
Cool.
right into your ear.
As I haven't taken a mental thing, I'll turn around and it sounds like, "Darling, it is I, Lily." Why not?
Do you see the other world?
Yes.
Do you control the other world?
In what terms? I mean, in glamour, obviously.
Traitor. And there
Traitor.
is a sound that begins to fill the room, and it is a gentle, soft, hissing sound. And all three of you immediately begin to smell the smell of burning wood and smoke.
No. No.
And yeah, it begins to fill the room. So as it fills the room, and it dawns on all three of you that you have unleashed some sort of trap in this space, and it is now filling with what you can only assume to be poison or asphyxiant. And again, this house is attempting to kill you. And we're going to go for a little break while you think about that. We're going to go for a little break because it is bang on our break time.
I'll just let you know that obviously our characters' lives have been put on hold very, very briefly, and time isn't ticking by because they're going to be dead otherwise. So I had to go have a
We
break.
shall return after the break to see who lasted the longest. We're going to go for a little break. While we go for our break, we are going to put a poll in chat just so that we can do a little bit of voting as to whether or not we think that our brave souls are going to survive this unfortunate trap they've got themselves into. We are, as I said, we're going to head out for a break. I'm going to let the players go now. So, players, we'll be back, what do you think, 5 past?
5 past, yeah.
Yeah, good.
All right. I'm going to let my players run off for a little break while I say hello to all of our raiders. So, run off, players. Go and have your short break, short rest, roll those hit dice, eat those consumables. And while I let all of them run off, I just want to say a huge hello to all of our raiders and a big thank you to Deadly Ink Girl for raiding into the channel. My name is Loki and we are playing the Vaesen tabletop RPG game. You've caught us while we just run off for a quick break. Our players, on the other hand, find themselves in a rather ominous grand mansion investigating a secret society, and it would appear that they've triggered themselves a little trap that may or may not be trying to kill them. We are going to go for that little break just so that we can top up on our drinks and grab some snacks, and we will be right back with you at 5 past 10 GMT, so that's 15 minutes. We'll be right back after our break. And we are back from our break, and I'm glad to see that the poll has decided that our players are doomed.
Good choice.
Huge thank you to our raiders who appeared during the break as well. It's an absolute pleasure to have you with us. Let's
Also,
get
we
to
aim
it.
to prove you wrong.
Let's get right back to it. So our players are presently trapped inside a room that is slowly filling with what we can only assume is smoke. All right. What are you going to do?
I am going to run to this door. No, this door being the one that's outside. And I'm going to see if it's unlocked.
Okay.
I'm gonna try the same with this one.
Morton is going to try the same with this one. Move him. Oh, it's gone so slow. I'm going to go to this door here.
Okay, Morton, your door does indeed open. But the two exits out of the mansion are locked shut.
Oh my god, what's going on with the lantern? Back.
Seeing this door open, I'm going to not move the lantern. I want to run into here. Is this room also filling?
It is not filling with smoke, this room, although smoke from the entry room is billowing in.
Okay, I think I will call to Elstred,
Yep.
get to this room and wait for her to come in, and then I'll shut the door behind us.
While I move towards that door, do I see where the smoke is coming from the one that we were
No,
just
it's just coming into the room.
in? Okay.
It's so slow.
I'll wait till Morton comes.
I apologise,
in,
my roll 20 is going very slowly, and it just keeps moving the lantern and not Morton.
Yeah.
You're not even anywhere near the lantern.
I know, every time I try to move Morton, it just moves the lantern, and I keep clicking on Morton, and then he doesn't move, and then the lantern moves. Right, there we go. So yes, everything's going very slowly.
As
I apologise.
soon as you step into the room and close the door behind you, you stop being able to hear the hissing sound, and you all kind of run into this room coughing as you escape from the smoke into what appears to be a rather lavishingly furnished parlour. Dappled light spills in from the stained glass windows, illuminating the tiny flecks of dust that drift lazily through the air.
Question. The stained glass, is it just, mosaic style, or is it figures?
It is all the same. Every window is the same.
Uh-huh.
It is an alabaster-coloured cross with a crimson rose, and all the glass around it is like fire. So it's like rippling shades of red and orange.
I have this. See what I said before about the branding? Do we still hear the voice?
Nope.
I guess we did the armor wrong.
I think we did the armor the only way that could be used to set up as a trap.
Maybe it was the
Do you
answers
think
we gave.
Maybe it could have done it another way. Done it so it looks like the left-hand side or the right-hand side. Would that make a difference? It clearly did a thing.
Yeah,
Did we
but
just do it wrong, or was it always a trap?
I think it was always a trap, but I'm very untrustworthy of places like this at this point.
Don't ever remember setting traps like this at my home.
Is this another painting?
It is another painting.
Is it the same painting that was outside in the other room?
It is not the same painting. It is a different painting. This is
Okay,
again
well,
an
that's-
oil painting. And again, it does have the symbol of the rose and cross in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
This is a painting of... It's a very interesting painting. On one side, it is a battlefield, or it's a rather small battlefield, like how medieval paintings portray battle by there being like 4 of the same character just sort of stacked.
Yeah.
On one side, there is a great twisted, gnarled old oak tree. And sat inside the tree is the figure of a beautiful woman. Only she has antlers sprouting from her head and deer hooves for feet.
Jim! Would I know what that is?
You would know exactly what that is. She's in the tree, and underneath the tree are guards. That's clearly what they're depicted. There are guards protecting this tree and the strange figure within it. On the other side of the map painting, on the other side of the painting is an army who seem to be marching on the guards and the tree. This army are clad like crusaders. And they are armed crusader knights. But another thing that sticks out is what precedes the knights in the painting. And that is 2 lines of strangely armored little figures that probably only come up to maybe waist or knee height. So they're only thigh high. So you've got these army of crusaders, but right in front of the crusaders leading the charge are these little armored creatures that are only about thigh high.
And the armour, does that look like the armour we've seen outside?
Yes, so the armour the crusaders are wearing is very similar to the armour in the entrance hall. The armour of the creatures, however, looks very alien. Like it's very strange. Like something out of a fairy story almost.
Also, does the lady with the antlers have red hair?
No, she doesn't. Her hair is painted... Maybe it was black originally and has slowly faded to a very dark green. Or maybe that was the artist's intention all along, to paint it this almost really deep earthen green.
What about the painted near me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just one other thing, Elstrid,
Oh, sorry.
because I
Yeah.
imagine that you're going to give this painting a hell of attention.
Yeah. I mean, full body recall, I think, but sure.
You stare into this painting, and sort of everything around you just kind of fades away, and the only thing that matters is the painting. You just stare at the painting.
Yeah.
Lily, you're over here with Morton looking at this other painting. This one is of a ship. It is a large kind of old style galleon vessel, and it has white billowing sails emblazoned with the symbol of the cross and the rose. And it has those beautiful long trailing pennant flags from the masts. Like, really beautiful galleon. However, it has run afoul of a terrible creature that is reaching up out of the water. The sky is black, lit with lightning. The waves are terrible. And there is a ghastly, tentacular malevolence reaching from the waves, trying to grapple this ship and drag it to the depths. And you see valiant little sailors and knights painted on the deck of the ship, fighting off this monstrosity.
These knights crusader dressed as is the other one.
Just like the other one, yes. Standing on the very prow of the ship, almost like on the this is where we discover I don't know all my boat terms.
Fine by me.
I'm doing an action while I try and think. You can't see me, chat cam.
Nope.
It is the you know how on a lot of these old galleons it was almost like another flag. It was like a flagpole or like another mast that pointed out of the front of it.
Yeah.
Like right out of the front, the very tip of it. That. Yeah. I cannot remember what that is called for the life of me.
Where are our pirates when we need them?
Come on, chap. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I cannot for the life of me. It's called the bowsprit.
Do you know what? I was going at bowsprit, and it's sort of like, it's not quite
Google,
right.
Quick Google. It's called a bowsprit. Standing upon the bowsprit is a figure who is there is like a single beam of sunlight that cuts through the stormy clouds and illuminates this figure who is standing at the on the bowsprit of the ship with their arms raised above their head.
Could you please do the spelling of that word that you just remembered?
I always spell it S-P-R-I-T.
Yeah.
Brit.
Yep.
So B-O-W-S-P-R-I-T, bowsprit.
Okay.
So in quick summary, this looks like a Holy Crusader ship that is being attacked by like a Kraken style creature. and they're fighting it off while some sort of holy figure stands at the front of the ship.
Do we recognise the holy figure? Does it look like the angel statue outside, or the angel?
No, this is a new figure.
And are they wearing the armor? That holy figure, does that have any distinguishing features of the cross and the rose on them?
No, they're actually quite small, so there's not a whole lot of detail, but they're clad all in white, like a white robe. So it gives you the impression that it is a holy figure of some kind.
I would like to move to the door. And check whether it's open or not.
Okay. As you walk to the door, you see Elstrid, and something about Elstrid sort of makes you stop and look at her. Elstrid.
Yeah.
You are running through the forest in a panic.
Yeah.
There is blood on your hands. It's not yours.
Nope.
You don't really remember how it got there because panic, fear, terror. Something drives you through the trees, and they seem to reach out like they never have before, trying to ensnare, entangle, slow you down as you run. No matter how fast you run, you don't seem to get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
There is a terrible howling. You cannot tell if it's the wind, or maybe a horrific creature hidden among the trunks of the trees, lurking in the forest. The fear drives you on. You battle your way out. Erupting from the forest, your face is illuminated by firelight. There is a grand opening in the trees. Ahead of you is a great house, and it burns terribly. Engulfed entirely in flame, everything is wreathed in firelight, and there is a terrible shadow of a creature between you and the house. It stands unnaturally tall, slender, beautiful, and lethal. It is the figure of a woman wearing a gown entirely made of leaves. She has antlers that reach gloriously above her head that would make any stag envious. And her feet are hooves. Hooves like a deer. She turns to look at you, backlit by firelight. Her unholy eyes and yours lock. All you can smell is burning, and all you can feel is terror. Something moves in the corner of your eye, and you turn startled to see a worried-looking Morton looking at you.
Am I still in front of the burning house?
No, you are in a parlour. A luxuriously furnished parlour. The smell of smoke still lingers in your nose.
What?
Elstrid, are you still with us?
What? Yeah. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm here.
You were lost.
Yeah.
Do you have thoughts on that picture, or are you ready to move on?
We should move on.
As long as you're sure.
There's nothing that can... We need to move forward. Nothing can change in the past. anyway.
As you go to move away from the picture, you take one last glance back at it.
Yeah.
And it is only in this last glance that you notice one small detail that sticks in your mind. The little creatures at the front of the army are all wearing chains, as if they were some sort of either prisoners or were being forced to go first.
Did you notice this? And I'm pointing at the chains. This doesn't look like the others.
And Morton will step forward and take a look at the picture. Can I see the same as Elstrand?
Yes, you can. To summarise the painting really simply,
Yeah.
there is a Vaesen in a tree being protected by mortals. There is another mortal army marching on the tree, and they either have prisoners that are going ahead, or maybe slaves.
But they still look human, the prisoners.
No, these are these little creatures that
These are
look
little
like
creatures.
maybe other Vaesen being forced to fight.
And the non-Vaesen army, so the ones that are forcing the slaves, do they look more like a religious group?
Yes, they look like crusaders.
They definitely look like crusaders.
Yeah.
Right.
They've all got like the Rosen Cross painted on them in some way, like
This
tabards.
This seriously feels like old religion and new religion and
That
conquered.
rings true to some of the other things we've come across more recently.
This is like the history of Vaesen.
From what we have gleaned from our research, are we starting to get the feeling that the society seemed to be more attuned or on the side of the Vaesen, and the Rosen Cross seems to have drifted the other way to support the new religion? Looking at these pictures, is that the feeling, that and what we have seen over the past adventures? Or that feeling, do we get the feeling that the society is supporting the old ways and the Red Cross?
Yeah. We know that. Don't we know that the society had technically Vaesen members as well?
We did get that impression, didn't we?
Yeah. So from all of the things that you know about the society, because you've read like an absolute ton of information about them, they seem to be some sort of diplomatic peacekeepers. They have devoted themselves to keeping the balance between the mortal and the other world. So they've never really taken a side, per se. They've always struck for balance. When there is imbalance and something happens, it's nearly always because an imbalance has occurred. So someone has disrespected an old sacred site. Someone has built a house on top of another creature's house that they can't see. People have decided to turn away from an old like folklore tradition, and these things disrupt the balance of the world, and the society have seemingly always gone in and tried to rebalance. And it's, sometimes they've had to deal with mortals, sometimes they've had to deal with Vaesen. Sometimes it's not about dealing with either, but just about finding another way for them to coexist. Or maybe to move them apart so they don't have to.
Sure.
The Rose and Cross, on the other hand, from the very small amount of information you've gathered, the only information that you've had from the Society archives is that they seemingly just started appearing again out of nowhere and interfered with the Society's work to the point where physical violence was happening between the two sides. From what you can gather in this house, in these two paintings alone, there is seemingly some sort of war happening against Vaesen. And in one picture, the ship, it is mortals versus Vaesen. But in this other picture, it is mortals imprisoning or enslaving Vaesen to fight for them against other Vaesen. But in a very beautiful, noble, and devout way. It's got... it's propaganda. Let's face it, that's what this is. It's right. The noble cause.
I think Morton realising this will say to Elstrad and Millie, this cat, based on these pictures, do we think... I'm thinking this cat may have been enslaved to protect this area, not wanting to do it. We are attacking it, but it might not want to be protecting this area. It may have been coerced into doing so.
The voice asked if we control the other side, the other world, didn't it?
It did.
And not saying no didn't help us.
I wonder whether we need to try and free this cat from its chains.
Yes.
Maybe the voice as well.
Maybe the voice is the cat. Okay. How do we do this?
We tread carefully. We move slowly.
Yeah. Should we try to go back to the main room? Should we try to explore on this side?
I would agree. Go back to the main room. We've looked. I think do the room. Go through the rooms in a progressive fashion rather than moving just down one side or the other, and see where we get to. Take our time. If we don't suffer by going back to the new room, see if the other doors are open and just open the spaces and glean as much information as we can before we come across any other Vaesen, and try our best to negotiate, talk, to pacify whatever we come across rather than walk into a combat with everything.
That sounds like a smart plan.
Agreed. I will attempt to open the door, but only slightly, because if the room has filled with gas, we do not want to let a huge
Yeah.
amount in.
Yes, yes.
So I would like to open the door just a crack and see if
Do we see anything coming from under the
gas
door?
underneath, the sound comes through, the smell.
None of those things.
Interesting.
I will attempt to open the door a bit more,
Okay.
and again check whether the further I open it,
Hmm.
whether that happens. All those sights,
Yeah.
sounds,
No,
smells.
none of the things. It is just the room that you saw previously.
As I I step gingerly between the two doors because I don't want the door to shut on me, so I'm sort of on the threshold. Have the suits of armour turned back, are they still all the same, or have they sort of almost reset themselves?
They're still all the same. Like, as you left them.
Yeah. I think we are okay. Oh, move the lantern. Get off the lantern.
It says it has such a huge area of token. That's why it always. That's what you catch when you try to move any.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's just sort of like, why am I not moving? Oh, I've got the lantern again. Drop the lantern.
Yeah.
Which room shall we check now? The one over there or over there? As I point to this one, this one.
And also, just to clarify, this room has got one of those really grand sweeping staircases that go up on either side of the room and join back up above.
Yeah.
On the floor above.
Is the door that we can see, is that on the level above or is that underneath?
That's
that stairwell?
underneath, yeah. So where the stairs fade, that's where they've gone up onto the second
Landing?
floor.
Brilliant. Okay,
Right.
that makes sense. We need to go to the left, in my opinion. That is going to
Yes.
be Watson's decision. I would go left first. Yeah.
Yes. And by moving, do we hear the voice again?
Nope.
I think same principle. I open the door. Elstrid, hold your rifle ready just in case.
Yeah. You may see her slightly tremble a bit more than before, but she has her hands on the rifle.
Move the lantern into the room.
Oh. Yeah, I poor bear. I mean, as a huntress, fair, but poor bear.
And a stack above the fireplace.
Oh, I don't have sight of that yet.
This is undoubtedly a gentleman hunter's like smoking room. There is a grand fireplace above which hangs a great stag head. There is a bear rug, some suits of
wolf.
armor of a different style. There's a wolf's head. It smells
Rather garish.
It smells faintly of pipe tobacco.
It's like somebody's playing into a stereotype.
Rather over the top, in my opinion.
Okay.
Are there any
Dude.
pictures in here?
Yeah. Doesn't
Are there
look like it.
Pictures.
Paintings.
No, there are no pictures or paintings in this room at all. Only the trophies and the armor.
Do the armor look again not matching?
No, these ones do match. These ones look like they have been beautifully positioned.
And does that position differ from what the position we put the other ones in?
Yes, but these are completely different style of armor.
Right.
It doesn't look like they have, you know, the hands on a sword type of style.
And again, I'm assuming it's not particularly dusty in here, though it looks like it's been left for a while, but clean all at the same time.
Yeah, it looks abandoned. I'll tell you what it looks like. It looks like it's been completely abandoned, apart from some sort of fairy godmother who's coming and dusting it regularly.
Cool.
So it's old but well kept.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any inscriptions or writing underneath any of the either the armor or the stag's head or head or anything like that? Okay.
I think this is not the room.
I'm assuming this bear's head is a proper full-blown bear's head.
Oh yeah, it's like a full-on bearskin rug, like the whole shebang.
She's going to bend down and she goes, I read this in a book once, and I'm going to try and lift its head up to see if somebody had hidden something in its mouth.
Nice. No, there is nothing inside the bear's mouth.
Yeah. It's a shame. I'll just shut it again.
I think Morton will head back out again.
As you go to move out of the room, the door slams shut in your face. There is the sputtering sound of a fire igniting. But it's the sound of fire in a fireplace.
Okay.
You know, like when you light a fire and it catches and you get that little, almost like that woof, as it catches and then it starts to quite merrily burn. That is exactly what happens. A fire lights in the fireplace only a second after the door slams in Morton's face. It flickers into life and then bursts into a full blazing fire that fills the fireplace quite merrily. However,
It's like
the flames are an eerie blue colour. They are the flames of something that has gone beyond the heat of a fireplace, and yet no warmth spills from this fire. It fills the room with an eerie blue light.
that is so good. It feels like somebody wants to chat. Elstrid will raise a bit of voice and hello?
Oh, I wish Max was around. He would do his thing. It'd make life a lot easier.
Elstrid, as you shout hello into the room,
Yeah.
the fire in the fireplace begins to draw itself together.
Oh.
As it draws itself together, the brighter the fire and the closer it all draws itself in, the darker everything around you seems to get, until you are until you are almost plunged completely into this eerie darkness lit only by the fireplace. There is a terrible, blood-curdling scream that erupts from the fireplace. It can only be described as the sound of someone's horrified terror as their death comes upon them. The room turns icy cold. Your breath mists in front of your face as you all stand staring at the fire. It draws itself together and slowly begins to drag itself out of the fireplace, slowly coalescing into fingers and arms that dig their nails into the floorboards and drag their corpse out of the embers of the fire. The sound of a body dragging along the floor fills the room as the fire spills out onto the ground like water, filling a space, a shape that you cannot see, but that the fire seems to know. The shape of a woman with long hair, and she is wearing what can only be described as the clothes of a scholar. She is made completely out of this ethereal blue light. She drags herself finally, her body becoming legs and feet, and she is now laying like a corpse on the floor of this parlour. A puddle begins to slowly pool out from her neck, slowly expanding. It's not the speed of water, it's slower, but it is faster than treacle. And your blood chills and thins as you look down at this ghostly corpse, at this ghostly crime scene. A murder victim at your feet.
I'm gonna try to see if I can touch it.
As you reach down to touch the ghostly figure, its head twists round on the floor to look up at you. It opens its eyes, and they are illuminated with this icy fire. A look of hatred goes across the face of this spirit that you see on the floor before you. A mouth opens on this face, but it is not a human mouth. It is like something trying to form a mouth that it forgot how to do so long ago. It fractures across its face, spidering outwards and renting open in unnatural angles. It bears a mouth filled with teeth, and it stares right up at you, Elstrid. And it says, "I'm going to get you. I will have My revenge.
It's not.
And that is where we shall leave it for this evening's session. Yay! Cliffhanger!
Dear.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Awesome, guys.
Good session. Thank you.
Nice.
That was a great session.
work. All right. Well, we are. Thank you so much, everybody, for an incredible session. We're going to do our usual, where I say a huge thank you to our incredible cast this evening, who have been savaged, drowned, gassed, terrified out of their wits, looked at a load of creepy paintings, and have carried on anyway, like some really horrific Scooby-Doo episode.
I mean,
If it wasn't
fair.
It wasn't for those meddling society.
Happy day then.
I like the Scooby-Doo.
I mean, it's
Tyler.
like the three of you and Scuddy. Like, it felt very Scooby-Doo right there.
Yeah.
Huge thank you to our incredible cast. And we're going to do the rounds like we normally do. We're going to start with Elstrid this week. Who are you? Who did you play? Where can we find you? What do you want to say?
Well, hi, I am Sarah. I play Elstrid Jensen, the Forest Ranger, today you kind of glimpsed a bit in the character's past. We'll see what more we can see because everything is what it looks like. You can find me here on Sundays, and you can find me on Instagram under my account Spikkia, Spikkia. I'm also in the middle of trying to set up a different account on Instagram just for my cosplay stuff, so I'll keep you posted on that.
You'll have to let us have the link so that we can put it in all of our social links.
Absolutely. The moment I have it, it's gonna be up here. And also I want to thank Luke, obviously. Without you, this would not be possible. My lovely castmate. It's been a great fun these past few sessions. And obviously all the crew that is behind all the mods and everything that is been going on behind the scene. You've been a blessing. So, thank you everybody, and to the next.
Okay, and that brings us to Morton. Who are you? Who did you play? Where can we find you? What do you want to say?
I'm Morton Thorsby and I play Gus.
It's like Inception.
I just forget where I am and who I am most of the time. So, yeah. I could be Valar, you never know. I'm Gus. I've thoroughly enjoyed tonight. Thank you very much. It's always good to join in with everybody, play with both these wonderful characters and players, and also big thanks to our games master tonight, Luke. You can look on Instagram, but I have an account for Grumpy Gus, but there's no one on it. I don't really post, so
It's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair.
So anyway,
gross.
it's fantastic to be here, and see you all next week.
Yes. And Lily, who are you? Who did you play? Where can we find you? What do you want to say?
I'm Charlie. I'll give my correct name. I play Lily Austin Riminoff.
I actually think
socialite.
Charlie. You should be Charlie. Charlie.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sort of exotic.
It is the new way of saying it. It's Lily feeding in. You can't find me anywhere. You find it very difficult. I may appear on other people's Twitch streams from now and again. Sometimes playing Sea of Thieves, but that's about as far as you will find me.
I mean, that was really quiet. You legitimately could find Charlie playing Sea of Thieves in all its ridiculous pandemonium over on Mutinous Mikey's channel. Mutinous Mikey, give yourself a shout out.
Absolutely.
It's like every other Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it like every
we're
other
in there.
Wednesday?
That with Dapper David doing world events.
Just
So and
World
whatever
Event
else.
Wednesday.
World Event Wednesday / we get distracted and wander off doing something else that we know. It's a very, very squirrel situation that happens on a far too regular basis. So yeah, absolutely. Thoroughly enjoyed tonight. Certainly piqued some of my little triggers going on there with the different bits and pieces. I had an amazing time. Thanks to the cast for saving me from drowning and being gassed and everything else that's going on. And GM for causing all the havoc for us to have to escape from.
Yeah. Hashtag, I think the house is trying to kill us. Thank you very much. For me, I'm Loki. I am the game master here at the Society. I basically try and think up all of the really most horrifical ways that I can deal with these lovely people and traumatize all of them for your entertainment, our lovely viewers. It's like some awful Colosseum, really, isn't it? It's like this is it. This is the modern Colosseum. Like this is gladiators right here. Just less death and less lycra.
The baying crowd.
The baying crowd.
Blood and death.
Absolutely.
Hinder.
I'm down.
You can catch me here every Sunday telling these ridiculous stories and traumatizing these amazing cast members. But you can also catch me every other Thursday over on Grumpy Battersby's channel, where I am a player. Not the GMDM anymore. I am a player where I am playing Flink, the computer hacker, over in Grumpy Battersby's incredible world of Drudge, Dread, and AD 2000. I basically play a really, really clever, stupid person. And we do everything in our power to derail the campaign hideously, to the exasperation of the incredible Grumpy Battersby. So if you want to see me and all of that chaos, do swing over to Grumpy Battersby's channel, as I said, every other Thursday. I'm in Red Team, which is the perp, the criminal team. And that is us. Huge thank you to our cast once again. We're going to head over to the credit roll now. So we're just going to say goodbye to our incredible cast. I'm clapping. I know you can't see me, but I'm clapping. And we head on over to the credits. Here we go. Over here, you will see the credit roll. It's just a list of the incredible contributors to tonight's stream. Do go and check them out. If there's anything that you saw in tonight's stream that you would like in your streams or at your tabletop, go and check them out. They are all absolutely incredible, and we couldn't bring you the Society as you see it without these incredible contributors to everything. The links are also in the chat if you are watching on Twitch, and they are down in the description if you are watching on YouTube. My glamorous assistant is going to bring me our raid channel. Bear with me, glamorous assistant. Thank you. Oh, lovely. Okay, it is a fond favourite of ours, actually, so it will be lovely to go and join them again. We are going to be heading over to RPG Clinic, who are playing. One moment, please. Drum roll. Oh. Reaches, grabs things. They are over there playing the incredible Avatar Legends, the role-playing game. So if you like Avatar: The Last Airbender, we're going to be heading over to the RPG Clinic, who are busy playing the new RPG game over there. So, pro streamer that I am, I must now try and remember how this works. /raid RPG Clinic. Okay, has that worked? And it has. Lovely. A huge thank you to all. We are literally about to vanish any time now. I want to say a huge thank you to all of our audience members who came along. I want to say a huge thank you to all the raiders out there. Deadly Ingirl and Estra. I call you Estra so much, I don't actually know. Estragion! Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you to all the people who came over in those raids and decided to stay. We really, really loved you. You can catch up on our YouTube if you find yourself wanting to know what has led up to this. And we hope to see you next week, where we will continue on with Chapter 5. We will see you then, but for now, let's head on over to the raid. Thanks again, and see you next week.